Hey everybody! This video is going to cover the topic finding the slope and y-intercept of a line given its equation in the form ax plus by equals c. Before we talk about the ax plus by equals c, we're going to backtrack a little bit. And we're going to talk about the slope-intercept form of a line. The slope-intercept form of a line is given by y equals mx plus b. Now, m is the slope and b is the y value of the y-intercept, which is why putting everything in this form makes it pretty easy to find the slope and the y-intercept of a line. So as we look here at A, what is m, or the slope? M equals -4. So that is the slope. Okay. B equals 1. So the point 0, 1 is the y-intercept. Similarly for this next one, this one's a little different because there's not a value out in front of the x. But anytime there's not a value out in front of the x, we can assume there's a 1 there. So m, or our slope, is 1, which means b equals, careful here, mx plus b is our equation. This says minus, so we can rewrite this as x plus -8, which makes -8 be our b. So our y-intercept is at 0, -8. All right, but what if we don't have that form? What do? Let's say we have the form like this. Well, we have to put it in the form y equals mx plus b. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try and get the y by itself. So we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. So we get 2y equals x minus 7. Okay, now y is still not by itself, so we need to divide both sides by 2. This is a very common mistake here. So now it becomes x divided by 2 minus 7 divided by 2. Okay, we have to remember that both pieces on this right-hand side are being divided by 2. Now if I want to get this into mx plus b format, x over 2 is like having 1/2 times x, and then minus 7/2. All right, so what is m? M is the number before the x, or the slope. Okay, m is 1/2 here, and what is our y-intercept? Well, our y-intercept is going to be at 0b, which in this case, remember that minus sign means we have a -7/2 as our b. All right, so that is finding the slope and the y-intercept of a line, give it its equation in ax plus by equals c. Actually, before I end, I would like to go over one more example of this topic, and that is if we have x on the other side with the y. Very similarly, all we're going to do is we're going to get y by itself by subtracting 4x. Then we'll have -3y equals 9 minus 4x on that right side. Y is not by itself yet. Remember, we need y equals mx plus b, so we need y all by itself. So divide by -3. So we end up with y equals 9 divided by -3 minus 4 divided by -3 times x. Don't forget that negative. Now, m is always with the x, so let's rearrange this a little bit. Y equals, now this is like having plus a negative, right? So this is -3 over -4 over -3, which becomes a positive 4/3 x. Then we have a 9 over -3, which becomes a -9/3. So what is m? M, or our slope, is 4/3. And then our y-intercept is at 0, negative 9/3. Okay, that is the two problems I wanted to go over with this one.